Money is an opportunity waiting to be discovered. That's just how I see it. We are all capable of not only making money, but doubling, tripling, quadrupling what we are currently making. Whether you're unemployed, defeated, and so close to giving up, or you have a job but you just want to boost your net worth, or you are getting closer and closer to your retirement age but still want to have some money coming in, this video is for you. Time is money and I don't want to waste yours, so let's get started. Having worked online for 4 years, doing multiple online jobs and businesses, I've been able to make money that would probably take me years to make as an engineer. So what I'm about to share here has been tried. To be able to make money consistently, number one, you must first discover your talents or strengths. Look inwards. What are you good at? What talents or strengths have you forgotten that maybe you once possessed before life got busy? There are 3 groups you can fall under. Group 1, it's either you have talent or you know your talents/strengths. Group 2, you don't have any talent or you don't know your talent or strengths. Group 3, you are a jack of all trades but a master of none. Whatever group you fall in, you can still make money by further taking these following steps. If you know your talents or strengths, you are lucky because the only problem you have to solve is how to monetize, which I'll get into. However, it's not every talent or strength that can be monetized. Some passions, strengths, or talents aren't monetizable, and the only thing they can provide is fulfillment or enjoyment, which is equally good or equally important, but the purpose of this video is to help you earn more. So, if your strengths or talent don't have the potential to serve you financially, join group 2. What if you don't have a talent or haven't discovered it? You have to take a different route. The first thing you must understand and accept is that you're gonna have to put an extra amount of work. Take time to learn something for free or paid. The benefits of paid learning is that it saves you time, while learning on your own might take you longer. But at the end of the day, you will learn. So don't be pressured to choose one or the other, because no matter which path you choose, you will truly learn by doing, not by reading something or listening to someone. The next step, identify your sources of information. Who can you learn from? A family member, your neighbor, someone online. The goal is to engineer your talents or strengths. The biggest advantage you have is that you will only engineer something that has the potential to save you financially. The difference between you and someone in group 1 is that they can start making money today using their strengths or talents. But you still have to figure out your own, or you still have to learn a few skills to be able to identify your strengths. Being a jack of all trades but a master of none is a blessing and a curse. And I know this because I fall in this category to an extent. Now, not to blow my own horn, but I'll be lying if I said I'm average in everything I do, especially school or career related. It will be an insult to my former classmates and my colleagues. But I have observed that anything outside that spectrum, I tend to gravitate towards doing multiple things and not being exceptionally well at any. And for me, this has worked for years. I'm able to switch on the jack of all trades but a master of none button when life or circumstances calls for it. If you belong in this group, it means you can learn things fast. You may not be the best, but you grasp things easily and you are flexible. That's your superpower. You don't need one strength or talent because you can do multiple things. That being said, in order to succeed, you need to learn to combine and cross-transfer skills. Life is about trying out many things until you find what clicks. And sometimes multiple things click, and it's okay. You may not be outstanding at one thing, but all those multiple things you are doing will one day bring consistent income, and when one tap runs dry, you have nothing to worry about because you have 10 other taps running. People in this group are the easiest to give up if they don't know their superpower. Now that you have taken time to assess the group you belong to and have cultivated your strengths, or you have found multiple things you can do, the next step would be implementing. But an important question needs to be asked. Do you have money to start or not? 2 people can have the same skills, strengths, or talents. The other person can have money and the other person may not have money. But does that mean that the person who doesn't have money is doomed and cannot make money? No. If you have money, your advantage is that you can attach figures to your plan and you can afford to risk more than the person who doesn't have anything. Now, the question becomes, how much money do you have and how much are you willing to lose? Always assume that you will lose some money when you start something. You may not lose everything, but prepare yourself mentally, because the psychology of money is as important as getting it. Once you've answered these questions, the next step should be data collection. You could create a survey since you have money, or just ask around. Find out if people are interested in the product or service you want to provide without being overly elaborative and giving away your idea. Data collection will help you, or is there to help you reduce any risk of putting money into something that may not fly. If the idea is to draft CVs for final year students, you could collect data and start small. Don't start by purchasing an expensive software just because you have money. Having money does not mean you should use it anyhow. If the idea is to start a restaurant, for example, and you have capital to operate in a physical location, maybe start by delivering, but still be cooking from your place, building the consistency of orders. The problem with money, it can influence you to make decisions that appear to be good in the moment, but they are not. So you have to be careful. For example, buying a physical store for your restaurant when you barely have customers, haven't done any research, competitor or data collection, may not be a good idea, because you'll end up with no customers, but you'll have this space. If you don't have money but have one seed in your hand, which is your talent or strengths or skills you have developed, in addition to that, you need marketing. Learn marketing. You don't have to go to school. You can use online courses, YouTube videos, or read books, but you must learn marketing. Why is marketing important? If you don't have capital, you're gonna have to rely on your marketing skills. Otherwise, no one will ever know what you can do. At some point, you're gonna have to sell your skills, service, or product to someone. Even if you don't want to start a business or a side hustle, but prefer to have a traditional job, you still need to sell yourself in an interview or through your CV, and that takes a skill. If you're taking the entrepreneurship route, either as a full-time thing or as a side hustle, make use of social media to advertise yourself, your product, or your service. Social media is free and can be a powerful tool. If you're social media anxious, you can work anonymously or get someone to be the face of your product or service or your brand. Number 3, monetizing your strengths. At this point, you know the type of person you are, the group you fall under, whether or not you have money, and the necessary steps you should follow. How can you then take this information and monetize your strengths? Firstly, ask yourself, where are your strengths, skills, or talents needed? That's the key part of the equation. Your skills or strengths have to be sold where they are needed. If not, it's a waste of time. In order to find out, you can look around you, or you can search online what can be done or things that can be done by people who possess the same skills or strength as you. Selling your skills in the right environment is crucial. A dog walker in Africa will probably not make as much money as a dog walker in Europe or America, where such services are in demand. Remember, when I started this video, I said money is an opportunity waiting to be discovered. So look around you. What opportunities are around you? What do people need? What market can you create, if at all? Sometimes people don't even know what they need. If you don't have the capacity to become an entrepreneur, which is okay, by the way, because contrary to the popular belief, not everyone can become an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur is not all rosy like social media makes it out to be. So it's okay to want to make all your money from a 9 to 5 only. Maybe just to increase your income, you can try to have multiple jobs, or at least side online jobs, and take that side income, invest it back so that it can work for you. Number 4, growing your income. Once you start making money from online jobs or your side business or your side hustle, put a portion of it back to your business, or start another side hustle, or invest it if you're someone who only prefers a 9 to 5 and online jobs. Investing is not exclusive to only people who are earning good salaries. Even if you are putting $5 per month, it's something you are building that discipline. And if your business, your side business, is making good money, you should still invest, because you don't know for how long you're gonna stay at the top. Secondly, never stop learning and improving. what got you here won't get you there. So even when things are going well, you should never be comfortable. This video right here will help you get started if you want to make money using your phone, and this one right here is perfect if you want to start maybe a business. See you there.